Hello everyone, so I'm back and so now let's go to the part where we go and ride. So I'm basically going to be riding um I'm but like if you have a skill like Godhawk Ichibyoshi or any card that needs you to search for the first certain amount of cards like Captain Knight or something like that and you need to bind. So binding will be control B, and you just tap B once basically, but you hold control. Unfortunately, on here binding is randomized, so you will be, and it only does to one card if you're using any if you already have them in your hand. So you have to bind them at a certain amount of time. See here, so they turn back and your opponent will not see the cards, nor will they ever. So I'm going to be drawing in my first 5 cards and checking whatsoever. And it's like if you're using Evil Eye Princess Ariel's skill on here, it's the same way, but your opponent must bind their hand themselves. You cannot bind your opponent's hand. So basically, you can only bind your own hand. So I don't have any. And then when you put cards to the bottom, they go into the order of how you stack. So if I was going to put Lozenge Megas first, then Psychic Bird, then Battle Sister Chocolat, then Red Eye, and then finally Ariel. Then when I check for drive triggers or drawing, it would be like Lozenge Megas first, and then Psychic Bird, and then Chocolat, and then Red Eye, and then Ariel. So basically, it doesn't go reverse. It goes to how you are. And basically, I'm just shift, click, drag, release, bottom. Make sure you're holding on to your button until you're releasing. Um, and this is the way how you hide your cards, your opponent. Now, so when you ride, or if you're going to soul charge from your hand, you're going to be you click and then you drag onto your Vanguard area. You can either choose to add to the soul because there's the card the rabbit card for Oracle Think Tank, and they'll ask and it'll require, well, it's not mandatory, but if you want to, you can pay the cost of that. So you can either add to the soul, or you can ride, or you can cancel. I'm going to ride. So, and then it says in my game say I'm writing Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukiyomi from my hand. So yeah. Now, to call a card from to your rear guard, you're basically you do the same thing as writing, but instead you're just releasing it onto your rear circle, a rear guard circle, and basically that's it. Now, it's going to be the same thing for mostly how for this area on here where you have your cards, and how you have them over here in your guardian. So you just click, drop, and release. Now, if you're using cards to put it into your drop zone, I know like cards like which mostly refers to Grand Blue, and you're doing it from your deck. Click, drag, and then you select. There's going to be a pop-up box, so you're going to select as a certain amount of numbers of cards. So you can just enter a number. I'm going to enter 2 for the 6. So, and then in your game only say, or your all say, it'll say that you have, that I've already sent 2, and then it'll say which card. So I have 2 red eyes that goes into the drop zone off of enough. So, and then when you drive check, you just click shift, and then you click your deck. It goes to your hand, basically. It's a similar thing for your damage zone, for your damage check, but instead you hold your control key and then you click. So here's an example. Now, if you're going to put a card back into your hand, what is the easiest way to do is just holding shift and you click onto the card. See, notice that it disappeared and now on the bottom here, it's in my hand. And that is, oh, and finally, if you're going to be putting, retiring or putting a card from your drop zone into your damage zone, you just click, hold, and then drag, release, and that's where my card will be going. So that is this section finding, writing, damage checking, rearguard calling, drive checking, and also, yeah, that's kind of it.